A U.S. official tells us these initial few minutes of data that they've collected seems to now indicate to them that the breakup occurred within the atmosphere, that the North Koreans were not able to put anything into any type of space orbit as they wished to, that so-called satellite. I don't think it's a huge surprise because the flight time was so short, and the belief is that it broke apart fairly quickly after leaving the launch pad. But it's just another interesting marker, and perhaps Victor can explain more about it and the significance that it fell apart within the atmosphere. Nothing actually went into space. So it shows again the limitations of this North Korean technology that they certainly hoped would work a lot better than it apparently did. Tom.
Barbara, you say a fairly short period of time. Do we have an idea of how short a period of time? Because we're talking about a tremendously powerful engine. You get out of the atmosphere about 19, 20 miles up. Now, granted, it's not going straight up, but do you have an idea of how short this flight was?
Well, you know, some of the experts that we here at CNN have spoken to over the last several days say the entire flight time until the final stage separated might have been 8, 9, 10 minutes. I'll leave it to Victor to correct me. He's a lot more knowledgeable than I am about this sort of thing. But it would have been, I think, within that time frame. So here's the challenge for the U.S. At best, they would have only had several minutes of data to collect to see what really went on here. But if, in fact, as they say, they do believe it broke up very quickly after leaving the launch pad, they may only have a couple of minutes, maybe even several seconds of flight data to look at. So there may be some very limited knowledge about exactly what the North Koreans confronted here with this apparent failure. But nonetheless, tonight I can tell you analysts from the CIA to the White House to the Pentagon, U.S. military commands that deal in space and intelligence issues, all of them right now scouring the data that was collected and trying to figure out what it all means.